When I took Bodhisattva vows, I promised to release all human beings from suffering. That's why I have to do all my power to release at least some people from the suffering. In 2001, I met with the Dalai Lama. He asked me, "Now you're Geshe, what you doing? What's your plan?" I said, "Nothing." He says, "Oh, now you finish your education, you have big responsibility. You have to go back to your country. You have to take care of your country. Being a Geshe, it is very important. I have to teach my student. I have to look after my student." But he said, "You have to teach our language, our culture." So I promised the Dalai Lama to do something for the poor family, for the kids, Zanskar. Our culture, our traditional heritage is nearly dead. Kasi tingsangi zhengye digi dilaya, soso tumo mayin bicho na rizhu keri kilobzon tre matuba yina, ta lo ju, nishu, ta lo sumju zhela, ala ladal ta zangar nala, soso tumo mayin bi keri na cho siya de halam neba na minewa yini, halam minewa tenge chade ores.
Due to both geography and politics, Zanskar is extremely isolated. For centuries, Zanskar was part of Tibet. Religion, language, and culture are Tibetan. But when the British drew the borders in 1947, Zanskar became part of Kashmir in India. China fought with India for this land in 1962. Pakistan also claims this region and fought 3 wars here as recently as 1999. Isolated further by a largely Muslim population to the west and a Hindu population to the south, Zanskari Buddhists are a vastly outnumbered minority. They receive very little federal and state money from India. There are no phones, no hospitals, no running water or sewers, no public electricity. There is also no universally affordable education that teaches Tibetan language, culture, and history.
When I was 16 years old, most of kids, they can read our letter and language. When I back after 10 years, many kids, they don't know reading and writing. The government school, they're teaching Urdu, English. They are not any subject, our culture, our history, our language, our letters. That's why I thought it is more important to send the children to Tibetan school. That's why we bring kids from Zanskar all the way to Manali.
Geshe plans to take children from Zanskar to a school in Manali that teaches Tibetan and Buddhism alongside modern subjects. 180 miles away, which means crossing high mountain passes over 17,000 feet.
Next generation, so they know I'm Buddhism. This is our language, this is our culture. This is my dream. 로송다지 따가지 투자마 캐르데 랑고지라든가 캬 설명이 지지 또 미모로서 미투는 많이 지더라 지금 계세요 가져는 투야 다이니 캐르겠다 랑과라 zumo요 남랑로데 카지다 아무데다지라 캐디 캬는 시진이 지상하게
에저시시메가 결시니 캐야 다 줬다 거지 예 건설할 때 결시면 많이가 따고는 dumlung반도 괜찮아.
The 2 monks scour local villages to find the most promising children to bring to Manali. The school can only take 15 children, 5 to 8 years old.
parent little worried because if we bring kids to Manali, they can't see maybe 10, 15 years. The family is very poor. They have no money. Bring the kids to Zanskar for holiday. And the parent also can't go to Manali see the kids because they have same problem, no money. It is impossible.
여주래 잡았다.
네, 주제 삼아 감상이나. 오호. 네, 이주에. 해나.
에이, 장아사이 비굴 마이야서 할 길랜지 란데서 민내로니 이제 결코 아몬데.
쿠바 지지 라라 데모 쿠바 갈카블라 건 점블링 कर छाना ना.
Somebody nani ngaza sonde Manali odusula ta labdaji la te wa nampe labdaji. Ta nabde kubi mo ta thugu juji juwe nzer. Suim bomo.
원모.
또또
로두. 미 지제. 마이 갈라.
리드나죠. 건조.
Kasi thugu Manali ke ta ju thugu ji gala chano lojong dere no zanani.
또 뉴스에 또 뉴스 아바마이나 수신 제 규지 말이야. 지다 두고 탑바나 라란소스. 아이. 엔겐지 규르 텐시지 규르알. 조방엔 벨린 규르 두 데메지 규르나. 이 삼점 장부 맞을 수신. 사마시지노 제란시지노.
에이, 이래다 삼제나.
두텐나 지저나 때문에 그 공고탄이 삼들.
Though too old to go to the school in Manali, the monks think about bringing Sultan to a monastery.
Namso parpala chora. These two. No tharian chano ba. Kichi samara. Ai. Yala no to no chino.
nga 차선데 지금 그런 거 아니.
Ai.
남쪽 잘 nga 차네.
Kheru porse drama joje. Drama joje. Terle ba yala sello. Nga 이게 동작 있잖아. 아직.
사우디 그대로.
야.
윤주 내만 잡기 싫은. 이제 찌렀다. 이 정모역 그래. 이제 찌렀다.
뭔가 탑죠. 할지 그 민든데 민주도 유로 해서 하나 잠깐 럽좀 짱 매다 한쪽 세 인주도.
다 두지 마 사마라.
나는 나랑 춘준라야 걔가 로서 땅을 가라. 나랑 파만이 빼 메세 맥주 당지 쇼지도 무이송스.
When he was 16, Geshe left Zanskar and moved to a monastery in South India. It was 10 years before he saw his family in Zanskar again.
When I was 10 years old, some people came visit my family. They want me married some other girls. And my father said, I don't know. And he asked me, you want to be married or you want to become monk? I said, I will become monk. Why? That time I was 10 years old. I know monk is more happy rather than the lay people because they're doing chanting, having tea, eating good food. That's the reason, But that time I have no interest in Buddhism.
Last year, the monks offered to place Diki in a nunnery, but the family didn't follow through.
달로 포토 랩가 사마라 배양 배세 마시모라 이네 보면 거 타서 달로 무슨 쓰라지 아메 주생인 로라 베코라지 청아라지 강 마년베
교수를 자지 감라와 교이담 좀어선도 건져 보고 두 정도 누구 저저 나라네
아니 저기니 잡은 레전 잡 드니 견제 많이 온 벌을 다지니
누구를 자지 감라기 좀어 저지 감라
타주 좀 중이라 대교 가강가 신이 Senior special 지도 좀 무슨 metro.
주유소님은 아메지사마.
다같이 사나 거라지 시 스쿨
아이.
잖아. 거라 스쿨 지잖아 사나서 정말 주는지 거란테 가다. 거란테 되시면 나가.
진다고 마벌리 비사니 오레스 칸토리야 팅주 차차 콜레지 단 치사 칸토니 한세 세세한다. 정말 베베디나 마벌리.
아마거리 거강어미게 마통 지가 만전 보고 지가 만전 베니 배지 무지죠 캔나선 찬나선지 레아주 배 코라데 뭐 기깔데 마주 다달로니 코라데 양 스쿨에 캐르데 양 스쿨에 찬나sam데 스쿨 삼아다
야 보모 코란 디변 코란 가 조무준이라서 고 조무를 땡고 삼바타데 세도 놓고요. 아고제는 기자 잘하 쪽거든만 지나 조마 주디 조마 주제 답세 답잖아. 조마 뭐 지나 콜 랍다지는 지돈 줘야 돼. 디제 보셔도 하고 찾아. 거기 다서 기자
다시 두고 고통 잡아. 어떤 생각이 양이 좀 빠르다. 두지.
아마 여도 주 내가 잡지. 여자. 여자. 아마 여도 주 셔츠 여도 주. 여자. 저 정말에 다 된 남의 라요 주 셔츠. 뭐 줘이. I was 11. We are 13 kids going to South India to become the monk. My mother and father, they want to do something for me. They don't have knowledge. They don't have his parents. Both parents are totally illiterate.
tango non tamada
We have 8 brothers, 4 sisters, but they don't know how to give into them education. My uncle would like to send me to study Buddhism. 1973, I was to become the monk. He don't have money for my expenses, so he had Zambarle in his house. So he sold Zambarle, then he make little money to give for my travel expenses. I'm one of the simple monks of Buddhism. My parents just make me. I was born in my mom. But my life is back. My uncle is Lamsupa. I know very well. He's compassionate. He's continuous. I will never forget his continuous and his help me, my life. Yeah.
제즈나 지다제는 보고 로 레레레라 아텐제 맨나
The Stongday monks have formed a non-profit association to help save the culture of Zanskar. Only one of many projects. They approve the plan to take the kids to Manali and agree on a budget of about $8,500. By October, the monks receive permission for Diki to enter a nunnery, and they're ready to go. Winter snow will soon close all routes out of Zanskar until June. They've waited until the last minute to leave because school admission is only in April, and they might have to feed and house the children until then. Now they must pick a route to travel, and there are only 3 routes out of Zanskar. The eastern route, one of the highest roads in the world, goes over 6 passes.
If we bring kids by bus through the high pass, if there are lots of snow, it's very dangerous for the kids. And also, Right now, the rest for the bus is very expensive. If we bring the children, Kargil to Srinagar, to Jammu, I'm sure the road is very good, much easy.
But on the western route, Buddhists have been attacked and sometimes killed by religious extremists.
We are really worried. Sometimes they're throwing bomb, sometimes shooting, so we really worry the children. It is much better, much safer. The kids going Padum to Raru, Singur Pass, Darja. We thought much cheaper going with the parents, and the parents take their kids.
It's a gamble no matter which route they take. People die every year trying to leave Zanskar. In the end, they decide to ride horses and walk, traveling the traditional ways on the traditional route Zanskaris have used for generations. The monks collect the children from each home. It's a half-day's journey just to get to Ruru, where everyone is gathering. As they're leaving, Diki's mom asks Damchu if she can come along. He says, no problem. She and her husband will have their eldest daughter look after the younger children. Traveling up to 20 miles a day, going over 17,000 feet at Shinku Pass, the dangers of altitude sickness, hypothermia, and exhaustion are real. The horsemen are concerned that grazing will be impossible due to snow.
When I was young, I went with my father through Shingle Pass. The weather is very cold, and my father, he walked, carrying me on his back. So I know how it's difficult crossing the Shingle Pass.
Geshe manages to secure horses, but not enough for all the children and all the bags.
Ramanyo Pundunian, Stajunian, Kosaman, Drumanian, Stajumanian, Hamundu. Travajun pay Hippukasam. Travajun Hippukasam. Yalla Chizil Ruma.
Two other Stongde monks, an older monk from another monastery, and 5 girls join them, all wanting to make a religious pilgrimage. For Zanskaris, to travel to Dharamsala and receive a blessing from the Dalai Lama can be the pinnacle of a lifetime.
Geshe-la, shall we go with you? Because we don't know the Hindi language, we don't know the way. It's difficult to say no. I say okay.
If all goes well, it will take 7 days to reach Manali.
We know we have like 14 children, very young. Some was 4, 5 years, some 6, 7 years. And I hope, and I'm sure, so the mother not with the children, and the mother always praying. Everything is successful. So I'm not really worried. Little bit worried. Yeah.
The group gets underway very late. Today, they will walk to Sedang, 20 miles.
I'm really worried. The children, they're going one by one. So I'm worried some children falling down. I thought it's much better to go together and take each other.
The group starts off together, but soon gets separated by their different walking abilities.
So, kulay na digo. So. Ana na sa mo. Hey! Push ka ni pop. Namaste. Ula ka mula putonga. Ah, tu vai,
Some try to cross by the river, where it's safer. But are blocked by boulders. They're getting tired, so more of the kids are put on horseback. All except Tenzin Lama, who's afraid to ride.
Pangaldera, was mura. Section Tangaman, I'll take a thing, get them like an uncle. I'll two Tangaman. Go to Mason, what the Laduza on that.
Much more.
With Jigme's father ill, others look out for him. Nansel's dad tends to the horses, while the horsemen make camp.
Hey!
Since 1975, the tourists came to Zanskar. The local people offering samba, yogurt, meat, tea, butter. And the tourists give money to them. Always give money. Now, the local people expect money. Before, we don't have to pay any money, even any, it's like 1 cent, just everything's free. Food, wood, even if you need horses, next village, okay, you can have it one day. Now the tourists give money, that's why we have to pay money sometime. Ahora yim trombe mi samate mu nangla songzer mi ni sumji kuru puja ya dojo zeria trambole chala
고바 꿀파 물에 랩잖아. 가장 물 랩지 랩지나야. 공아지 둘 짜다다 꿀법도 안 써.
Today, the group aims for Kargyak, the last village in Zanskar.
The horsemen, they live late and they walk very slowly. And they stop to have chang. This is always problem in Zanskar. Many people having chang. They're losing so many things.
I walked whole day myself when I was 11. When we get to Kargyak, my uncle says we have to go. We are not going to stop. Then we walked the whole night from Kargyak to Shingul Pass. Yes. Then early in the morning, when we get to Shingul Pass, my uncle gave me to the Lama Zotpa, and then he walked back to Zanskar. Yes.
아이. 감사.
Keliralu kerjeno.
계산로.
Nam jalasa.
야 조이. 돼지부티 돼지배 산디 좀.
Some of the littlest kids will ride only if the older kids take the lead.
주정하다 달체로 내가 전에 랩 말했나? 가봐서 남주로도 말했나? 응, 그림을 랩치는 그 미차.
और tablet ले बस हम ट्रम्पा जना जो दी खूब अच्छे हो गए
맞아 만나서 대징아마 고소한 밖에 내지 코베도 그 야갑선 좀 코바테 나삼데 내 봐봐 코베 갑자들한 둠이든 교반 교반 등하자 때 교배
With Geshe far behind, the group does not reach Kargyak.
We getting late here, so as we get here, we stop everything in the dark. So that's why I'm really tired today.
In fact, Geshe himself is struggling to keep up. Today, the group heads for the shelters at Lakang, the foot of Shinku Pass.
We have to leave really early because we don't know if there's snow in Lakang. So I hope there are not many people so we can get the shelter.
Normal.
사주 경해 아까 거리 시발 랩주 소르데 오버 시제라 다들이 시제라 오니 우사라
이리 시전 덜지 주다
덜에시 신호데 다들이 시도죠.
The last time Geshe himself walked the pass was when he was 16.
Jime posamba, jime shopa chengandalamni. Kunde chanasa, jamajiga masam, jamajiga masam.
너무나 고치 기다 비실 비산데 그 참포지 시대 뭐 찾는 거 그 삼을 좀 나고 실비산데 참포지 내지는 돼. 그래서 기다 비실부터 참포지를 왔대. 본주에 어찌 거는 거야. 동무라. 아주 장만 두가.
승근디서 슬리랑근디서 저 이때 세마타지라 스쿨로 이렇게
Zatandi, kecil kau cana ngamun ada cana zed.
Abang yang putul, abang yang putul. Abang yang putul, he. Tapi nak, perlu luisan, nanti luisan, he. Abang yang putul.
저 사마랑에 건졌어. 람도면 사.
람보다문이가.
아이.
영원이가 영원이가.
The group arrives in time to get 2 covered shelters, but the snow is deep, completely filling the uncovered shelters. Everything to this point has been a prelude to the major challenge, climbing from 14,000 to 17,000 feet to get over Shinku Pass. And relations with the horsemen are worsening.
아버님 뭐 이렇게 불잘 희고서라. 계산마야. 담마지 계산 아버님 보고 겨바 아버님 보고 아버만 된다더라. 내모서라. 된메라. 기자서만 문을 내고 산케는 수분 치러 봐야.
야. 안다. 이런 데는 yar대.
제.
뭐 다소 마창마 잘해. 수지에서 자주 용 가민도 주상 튀는 거지. 만에 람라 거루잖아 험주가 좀 야죠 그리워지 좀 잘다. 내가지 투도 캐르는 쿠바 마 대후샤지 마테 보죠. 쿠바 마 캐르 후샤지 잘라지. 나 당모 마사라 영어라. 남 진짜 투베니 니가서 마사라 고포트. 아이 데로도 좀 투지 마. 되고 가다 저 로보다나 튀진 마나. 두장. 두장.
Solo jodo je denenzo tanaje ngale maye denando je tame kujembo maje balne sezon jamo solo jodo je denenzo.
We are not praying for our group. We are praying for all human beings, including our group. So hopefully it will be not getting any problems tomorrow.
Me and my friend Damji, we are really always happy. It doesn't matter the weather is cold, snowing, problem. We always expecting the children become good education. So this we are not any feeling despondent. We are not any sad. The difficult. We never think it's difficult just one time. The education should be whole life. So I like. Everybody like. Even the snow, even the cold, windy, it's fine. We are not Bodhisattva, but we took Bodhisattva vows.
Hey, nowadays the second two, let me see my then.
Two some of them don't copy, don't maltese long. La tambo don't penal. Taya some challenge. Quitamu the challenge, ya. Tamu take care the two lord and Yagun Gina Megaz and Sedans.
The monks borrow yaks from local farmers. They'll plow a trail through the snow. Above 15,000 feet, anyone afflicted with altitude sickness has limited available time to take safe action, which usually means descending. With wind chill reaching -20 during the day, even locals can get hypothermia within minutes of stillness. Some even cut up plastic cartons for further protection from snow. The 5 girls set off first, Diki and her mother with them.
I really feel amazed for the ladies. They're just wearing the summer clothes. They don't care about the snow. They just walk.
Next come the parents with the children on horses. After yesterday's tears, Tenzin Lamo refuses to ride. With the altitude and steep climb, the group quickly gets split up. Children are thrown from falling horses and refuse to ride.
걸면 뭐.
아빠메가. 졸린지.
이도 해. 몰라.
가슴 진배가.
이거 잡고 저리가. 야. 다들 파리 건이 좀 돼.
유셔는 이 담으지.
담으지 해. 이거도. 야. 아주 훌륭할 거 찾아봐.
나 라바 좋아.
라파 라시면 더 가.
라수 거는 민도. 내가 til도디.
Geshe experiences more altitude problems and falls behind. Word from up ahead is that the yaks refuse to walk through the deep snow. And 2 men have crossed the pass from the other side and told the group they won't make it.
아무면 다시라 나갔다. 다다 두분 겨고 캐고 가오잖아. 다만이 이년 겨고 대로 같이 좀 말은 빼 방문. 바로로 때로 빼 타르노 때 아무. 대주고 남밤이다. 다상하다 저게. 랍스가 떨어요. 뭐 달라. 야들 때 삼는 마당. 뭐난 좀 부지 괜찮아. 벌써 좀 캐려 가는 거. 벌써 뭐. 로드쇼.
11 a.m. 500 vertical feet from the pass. Geshe far behind, and the group turns back. His wife and daughter are part of the group almost over the pass. The girls on pilgrimage, Diki and her mother, and Geshe rejoin the group.
2 hours, just 2 hours.
Very close.
It's very close, but unfortunately, Yak is not going to go for us. Yak cannot go.
One father said he'd never before seen yaks turn back in deep snow.
Not longer.
Longer.
Not longer. From morning, you know.
England, last of the dead Siki, young cat, Siki, but they can have that biscuit down time.
Now they must walk all the way back.
We lose everything. I drove this.
That night, there is more snow on the pass. The next day, a local man will die trying to cross.
Everybody disappointed me too. Everybody. We're almost there.
So if that moment I say, oh no, it's no good, we couldn't pass the post, we have to go back. If we think more and more, they bring just feel sad, just uncomfortable. Most Tibetan Buddhist monks, if they really feel sad, they cultivate it, they're changing the mind. So say, just forget it. We try to do some best other thing.
Jigme's father has gone snowblind from not wearing sunglasses yesterday.
Even me, yesterday, I thought, oh, today I'm dying. Tamjo said, oh, come quickly. I said, okay. But inside, I thought, today I'm dying. I walked slowly.
But Manali iru lepti chomo choy de da mila mathom para be asemba hi para to ni puse ba chomo e ma pu mani ngo de ka sam de du tu ji yong ko rang ba da ta long li cha cho sam de
Today she really crying. I'm a bad woman. I thought I can see some holy area. I couldn't.
If they don't cross the creek here, they'll have to return to Lakang and take a totally different trail.
All kids doing very well, no problem. Everybody's really happy. But the kids thought they would be taken back to home. That's why they really feel happy. Somebody said, oh, tomorrow you are arriving home.
But Geshe and Damchu have already decided to get the children to Manali somehow.
I get a very good chance only this year. The kids, they get permission. Next year, maybe not. Next month, all road is closed. It doesn't matter whether bad, good, there are any problems. I want to bring this year, this month.
If they don't, the kids lose a full year of school.
Almost 40 kilometers we walked today. Really exhausting. We want to telegraph from Teda to Padum. This is the only telegraph whole area.
But the telegraph isn't working. Doing the return trip in 2 days instead of 3, the group reaches Ruru, where they began 1 week before. After 4 hours rest, 2 fathers walk 14 more miles through the night to Padum to arrange a bus and jeep for the kids. Now the group must travel by road, and both roads may be blocked due to snow, and there's no phone in Zanskar to find out in advance. Fearful of being attacked on the western route, the monks decide the eastern route poses less risk. Already over budget, to meet these new expenses, the monks decide to borrow money from their association earmarked for other projects. Dhakpo goes first to determine if the route through Leh to Manali is passable. Geshe will follow a day later in the bus.
From Kargil, I love to call Dhakpo. If there's no way go to Manali from Leh, you should go back with the kids same car to Kargil. Then we have to go Srinagar. The parent really worry when we're coming back.
While everyone waits in Ruru for the bus, the parents decide their next move.
Coming back, they have to walk all the way from Shingur Pass to Zanskar. If there are more snow, the parents stuck in Manali. They stuck almost 8 months. They can see why they can't see kids. One way they're really happy going with the kids to see the school. So it's difficult to make decision. They want to go or no.
His eyesight returned. Jigme's father decides to stay home.
대녀자 영혼이 희어나 나군이 어버 이거 가든 좀 삼들어 가지고 당가 배도 내 캐릭터 생각 좀 깜빡만이 영혼을 지라더니 매병아 되냐 좀로 시선랑 알아서 레레로 시라 배 semba hi부중 당아 배 차투르니 거나 난 깜빡도 마삼 다다 나외가 네 허치 허르가 된 semba 배 거나니 허르 다데 저 허르 다데가 첸 semba 중배 semba 정무지
For most of them, it's the first car ride of their lives.
Let's keep it on. Hi. Let's no hey. You can say that.
Anyu, round them to somewhere.
맞아. 나는 지금.
First time I came from Zanskar, I was very, very afraid. There was the noise and the vehicles.
Ayo.
Still I remember. We are very afraid to go outside. We always stay in the room.
His effort to call Dhakpo from Kargil fails, so Geshe arrives a day later in Leh with the rest of the children. After a 36-hour trip with many bus breakdowns, he checks on the parents and kids who stay with friends and relations.
The kids didn't have any tea, water, food, nothing, almost 12 hours. But the kids are still happy.
맞아 가르치 때만 맞다. 대규전 나선 디긴 송해다. 뒤야. 야자. 장규지 전 제일 장도 라를 된다. 중간 전장도 된다.
The road to Manali is now officially closed. Government buses won't run, so Geshe searches for a private company.
Kaltes kuana kada kadia season gomdo kada no ne ana pura kun sere ana kada. Mulane na kilometer sama. Opa kom jarang la kada.
Jangan rate chao, tengah sana Nepali kena gejuni.
Nepali sama macam ya, sekian ठीक ठाक बजा yang semua sih kan ya. Cuma mana patut menjawab.
Tiga ada apa sana? Tomba yang bos pasal.
Geshe tries to get the price under $620.
Oh, आज की सवारी बहुत है यहाँ।
603 है।
नहीं,
603 ना। अच्छा बात है क्योंकि मैं वो लद्दाख की काम हो चुका है।
अच्छा ये जो है ना आज रोहतांग से आके इनको बहुत डर जाता।
zamzamla tanga lo nisum jari sarachi bara samjira susu besta sempamjara mila phajira yedi mit ta jawa gyasa me aje
hai
Exactly Manali se bache.
tisum se batao taron tha ko ga do kin man zamjil tanga lega yusha samsam yong de dusra phajoro ramji shukshambo ji kar tada male aje ta susu gange ji the deora ta ngata lega de sha sha o ta susu ba de sa do ji yena je de sha ba samsam de sam mo khoron yong sra khoron yong yang to wo khaji da din majela ni lo su de tenge de chung sons samsam de lesem al khalit chiksama de led was yor sibero
क्या लो सोन या तका सुमचु था जो न्यान्यो सम्बम मदा तो जो सुमचु सोन सिर सुमचु सोन सिर
we lost lots of money this year unfortunately
Geshe does pay 30,000 rupees, $620, for an unheated, uninsulated bus. In addition, they've taken on 3 new kids.
and the 5 girls then I told them okay you can come with us because they have no enough money
We have to cross 4 passes. On the way it snows. They were really stuck between Manali and Leh. No way get to Manali to Leh. So I'm really serious. Everybody died on the way. No food, no restaurant, no helicopter, no hospital, nothing. That really we will try.
Taglangla is really high. We call black snow pass. This means the covers dusty, the inside is ice.
Fearful of getting stuck anywhere, the drivers stop only once. The temperature drops to 0, and there aren't enough blankets to go around.
It is big responsibility because looking after the 16 kids not easy.
Because of an earlier experience of a driver falling asleep at the wheel, Geshe stays awake all night to watch the driver.
The kids live all on my shoulder. So future, sometimes the kids will be sick. Maybe sometimes the kids run away from the school. Who knows? Maybe some kids die. So if you're thinking this way, I'm always worried that doesn't bring any peace for me. One way, so I thought, who knows, maybe all kids became good students, all kids doing very well. That made me more comfortable, more happy.
Final pass, Rotang Pass, as walls of snow 10 feet high. Frozen, exhausted, dehydrated, and hungry, they ride through the night. Finally, at dawn,
Chama ji tan koran be luta ji ga ye bona thong sa be ni ni ma thong ke la ko sangon pu thong sa be
We don't have seen the apples. When we get Manali, there's lots of apples. We like apples so much.
We don't know about the tomato. We don't know about the banana. And somebody give us banana. We don't know how to eat. We just grab. Oh, no good.
and it was one of the few times they'd ever seen rain.
단 농부 쪽부터서 탄소 농부만 우선 단 디바가 있는다 상가리나 지당 어딘지 저 공부배 공부 잠무질 했어. 내가 그는 다 보고 로스데기들아 근데 마음 내 상무지이다. 소 소소 미겔 뒤에 미겔이 아우산데 미겔가 다 구두강에다 아주 주주게 잡제대 가시요. 강에도 열이 담아들 밤을 했네요.
When the monks pay a full year's tuition, the school agrees to admit the children now, in mid-year.
Tene chura nido. Nido.
In keeping with Zanskari practice, there's no goodbye fuss. While the kids try on new clothes, their fathers slip away. On their way to Dharamsala the next day, the monks stopped by to check on the kids. Today is the last day Sultram will see his friend Jigme for many months. Sultram is brought to Sherabling Monastery, where he will become a monk. Geshe drops Sultram at his cousin's for a few days, until he can be formally admitted.
Okay, goodbye.
Hi. Yeah, do you generate it? It's so. It's so much Russia. Lemonade. Yeah, the come back there. What is that? I'm never met you more.
타도프인가서는 베네니 리가전에 리응은 보면은 룬단 룽은 보면은 자마메근 산 아니 살살면가 제가 달자랑 이시다 나도 불서서 넣어서 하네
신가 먹으나
싱하네가 싱하네가
Though Diki won't be admitted to school until April, she takes her nun's vows now.
Drums and I can't trolla zere. Chiselo? Trolla zana, not too much table years away. Drum.
Trolla. Che yang pusilte yang Nila simne maju Nila Dhakpo matang na tiani juva Ti yang I shiva yang I mili thopchita.
Geshe arranges for Diki to live with a housekeeper until school starts. For each month Diki's there, Geshe gives her about $40.
양셔는 주라 예 참을로디 배 투진서고 예 마체다 같이 보이네 그래서 주면요 리파즈피도 제가 잘했었어요 원래 마체 투르듯이 투진서.
Her father gives her most of the rupees he has left.
Everything success. We have lost only the money.
I will say we lost money, but we not lost our project, our aim. I'm really happy because everything is successful and safety. If we try to come to Shingur Pass, then I think we lost the life. Money is nothing.
The parents all return safely on foot through Shinku Pass to Zanskar.
Not done. We just take admission. We put the children in schools.
When they grow up, till then we are going to look after them.
We love to finish the education, maybe school, college, university. So we have to look after maybe 15 or 20 years.
School to the Uzucho, Aucho, Yarjum Pene Kionano, Chial Pene Kionano, Dondanimpo, Samazon the Kiohan Peneno, Demba. Pulguni Jona, Torum, Halam Lochola Penny Pulgutex Ma, you can sustain them.
So in Zanskar, we have a perfect situation where we can bring up the standard in a big way, and perhaps after a few generations, maybe, Zanskar can become the cradle of Buddhist culture.
Your Holiness, the Zanskar Friendship Association would like to present before Your Holiness as follows. Every year we are giving food and clothing to the poor and needy of the region. We are helping to put children from the region's poor families into school in other locations. We provide full assistance to 17 very poor children to go to school. 15 of them have been put in Dhakpo Scheduled Monastic School.
Dhakpo is a lot of them.
Geshe and Damchu bring the kids for the Dalai Lama's blessing.
For me, and I'm sure Damche, something moving inside our heart, because we promise to do something for the poor family, for the kids, for the people. When I took Bodhisattva vows, I promised to release all human beings from suffering. So I can release whole suffering, but I can release little suffering, like education. So inside we moving really powerful promise.
Oh, Julie. One more, Julie.
One more.
We are not doing only my slave. I want rich, I want to big money, I want to full of knowledge. This is not Bodhisattva. Wow. Bodhisattva needs all the human beings become happy. I think this is very important for us.
Thank you.